thing is, I personally think alright, let's do this. The sun is about to set, and well, I decided to wait until this hour because there are constructions all over the place and they make a lot of noise. But now it's quieter. There's a highway nearby, very loud too. Nothing I can do about that. Well, we're lucky to get some sun because it rained last week a lot. But now should be dry. Where we're going? This is our playground. Okay. So what do I mean by getting comfortable on the ground? There are certain muscles and parts of the body that are most needed for acrobatics. Acrobatics we're talking about. And I'm going to show you a few exercises you can do to strengthen those, because the only way you can practice acrobatics is by doing it. There are no shortcuts really. Look at that. Pretty convenient to find a chair in the middle of nature when you need one, right? I'm just kidding. I brought this one earlier because the thing is, since I still do not have a tripod, this is what I use to hold the camera. Now, how can I get the angle to work for me? Pretty big question. Alright, you know. It's getting quite dark, but I hope it's okay. The thing is, there are many sports that require physical strength and endurance, and each one of them needs certain muscles and parts of the body to be strong. Swimming, running, aerial silk, which I have one at home. I'm in Misiones, Argentina now, north, but we're moving tomorrow. So we were packing today and preparing the suitcases. Anyway, so getting comfortable on the ground means that you have certain special endurance on the joints and the muscles, like four-legged animals. Before we start, we need to warm up, right? The goal is to move all 13 joints of the body. That is neck, shoulders, elbows, wrists, hips, knees and ankles. 13. So I'm going to do it now. You can watch me, you can do it at the same time, whatever you like. And be careful, the idea is to start slowly, not to damage them. I mean, gradually get to the point of moving each joint in every possible way. Gradually. Okay. Alright, that's it. Now that we're warmed up, we can move on to the exercises. The first one is to walk on 4 points, just like four-legged animals. You see, four-legged animals are very strong on the front limbs and the back limbs. So we're going to do this for a while, and it really strengthens the abs, the arms, and after a few sessions, like after a week, you could really tell the difference. I look a little silly, but that's the idea. Then you can move on to skipping. The same thing, but with skips. And it really strengthens the arms, like doing push-ups. And that's what's needed for acrobatics. The ability to push the ground very effectively. Just like a handstand. Okay, so with the handstand, you're pushing the ground with your wrists. I mean, there's compression going on. And the shoulders are very, very active. Now, the handstand is a great exercise, even because the blood reaches the brain much more easily, and you can think better. So after you've done that, you can move on to, I don't know what to call this, but it's kind of a cartwheel, but not so perfect. Just momentarily putting all your weight onto your hands. And then you can gradually get to the point where you do a cartwheel. So for those exercises, it's very good to start walking on 4 points. Well, moving on, you know, there's front handsprings and back handsprings. I'm a little out of training currently, but I'll find my rhythm again. So I can show you the basic things now. So there's the back handspring and the front handspring, and for those, you're really arching a lot, so you need to really warm up and stretch your back. For that, I would recommend doing this first. And then there's another exercise much more advanced, which is this one. I actually don't know what that's called. The name, I think it's the bridge. I mean, in Mexico they call it the bridge in Spanish, el puente. And I'm from Chile, so in Chile we call it the spider. It kind of looks like a spider, but the name doesn't matter. So yeah, by the way, I am using an English accent now, but on other videos that I have on YouTube, I use an American one. So don't worry, I always switch between accents because I love all of them. My native language is Spanish, so when I learned English, I couldn't stick to one accent. I learned English accent, American accent, and Australian. Those are the three that I love. So I'm always using either one. Now, back to the training. There's a lot of mosquitoes here. After you've done your stretching, your back stretching, you can do, well, I'm not saying that after you did that stretch you're able to do a front handspring or a back handspring, but take care of that, take care of your back and stretch it and strengthen it very well. Talking about acrobatics, there's a lot to mention. There are flips, front flip, back flip, side flip. I'm not going to show them now, but for those you need to have really strong legs because it's pushing, like explosively pushing the ground, and then you need to have the strength to land. But for that I would recommend just jumping like this. And in many ways for a side flip, then I really push for the front flip, and then the back flip is really about explosive strength. Let me see if I can do one. Whoa! It's been a long time since I last backflipped. Okay, that's pretty much it. I wanted to say about getting comfortable on the ground. The idea is to start putting your hands, pushing, just walking however you like. That's really helpful for all the exercises that come next. So it's getting pretty dark, and that sounded very Australian. I didn't expect it to get so dark. Well, the sun set, so I hope you were at least entertained. And yeah, that's all. Keep training. I'll find my rhythm again. I've been out of training a little bit, but you know, training it's kind of hard to have consistency, especially when you do it alone. You just need to keep going. So, someone's clapping their hands. You know, here in Argentina, not in the whole country, but in the north where I am now, there's a funny way of letting people know that you're at their house. Like, people don't knock the door or anything. They clap their hands. And it's very funny. I find it very funny. And you get used to hearing a clap and be like, oh, what's that? Who is it? And so yeah, I've done it myself. Be like, hey, anybody home? Because people respond to that. So it's very fun. I like sharing stuff with people. Anyway, that's all. Thank you and be safe. Now let's get back to packing. We're moving tomorrow. I love traveling.